Sakamoto days. So this is how this anime starts, and off the bat I have to say I don't know what the fuck a lot of these online hating comments come from, saying this is some bad animation or the animation quality is like not top tier. But every time I see some shit like that, I have to just point out the people making these comments don't do shit with their lives. So how are you gonna criticize an animation and you don't even do animation? Respectfully, shut the fuck up. Now, the plot for this anime is very simple. You take John Wick, his lifestyle, throw all that shit into Japan, and leave out the fact that his wife dies and his dog dies. And that's how Sakamoto is created. I'm not capping with you guys when I say this is literally John Wick if Chapter 4 didn't happen. If he didn't die. Sakamoto is chilling at his gas station slash convenience store, wife and kids, everything. He decided, you know what? I'm tired of killing niggas. I'm tired of popping motherfuckers. You know, maybe I should settle down. Maybe I should put the straps down. Maybe I should, take the switch off the Glock. And that's exactly what he does. But man, don't get it twisted. Just because he looks out of shape does not mean he can't throw them bitches. We see this new up-and-coming assassin who idolizes Sakamoto, and he stops by just to check out the scene. Still in realm with the gangs and the, underground world. He might still be in the game, but Sakamoto, he's chilling. Big chilling, not a care in the world. You would think that man did not fear a damn thing, and you'd be correct. Now, this blonde-haired assassin slash hitman, his name is Shin, and Shin is basically on a recon mission for the underground crew and, the assassins of their realm, and he's just here to scout and see what the fuck and why did Sakamoto decide to just, leave the gang behind. It's like, once you start this shit, there's no leaving. You either kill some people or you get killed and get left in a body bag, swimming with the fishes. Big old mafia type of vibes right now. So he stops by just to check out Sakamoto, and it's like, dude, you have to tell me what the fuck is going on here. Really? You decided to just leave behind all the bitches, all the money, all the guns, the violence, the action, the military shit. For what? A fucking convenience store? And Sakamoto doesn't say shit. He's like, yep, basically. Shin cannot believe this. He's like, you gotta be joking. There has to be something else to this. No way you gonna leave the family behind like that. And come to find out, that's the real reason. This man was doing everything. Dropping bodies, getting bags, and taking names. And one day he decided, you know what? Some chips would be nice. Some food. Let me go get some groceries from this little convenience store. Make sure I'm ready for the next mission. And he meets the baddest, most beautiful, most sincere woman in his life. And just like that, I tell you with full conviction, he changed his life around. He was like, I'm done. I quit. She's the one. I need that in my life. Yeah. Fuck all these lame ass motherfuckers. I'm trying to get a female in my life today. And I have to relate that, hey, you meet a woman and you will put down all that YN shit real quick. You meet a woman of God and you will give up that life of crime the fastest. Put a baby in her and it was game over. That man put the straps down and was like, you know what, this being a parent shit ain't that bad. Now, manning the convenience store, Sakamoto and his family usually take very good pride in the fact that they just help around the town and that they can provide this city or this town with, simple shit. Maybe you need some milk. Maybe you need some cereal. Usually there's problems that arise in their store, but Sakamoto handles them with the most utter and deadly proficiency. I'm like, you thought John Wick was bad with a goddamn pencil. The things this man can do with a pair of chopsticks is fucking criminal. That's why he's the Baba Yaga of this universe. As you can see, some dumbass delinquent is having a bad day, and this child who usually comes by the convenience store stops in and causes a mess, doesn't really do anything. Kids are gonna be kids. That don't mean you should, beat on a child for being a child. If they're fucking up a store, just tell them to get out. This man decides, oh no, I'm finna put my hands on this little brat, and Sakamoto comes out of nowhere. Don't even put his hands on him yet, but imagines what he's going to do with him. To the artery. Just right then and there, he just thought, oh yeah, I'm finna stab this man in the trachea and just have him bleed out on the floor. And Shin sees that, being a clairvoyant, fun fact, Shin can read people's minds, when they're thinking about stuff. So that makes him very good, as an assassin. I would want him on my team, not gonna lie to you. You can read people's thoughts, we don't even have to step into the battlefield. As Shin sees that Sakamoto was planning to kill this man, but decide, you know what, let me just kick him out, be nice, my wife is around, I don't want to, mop up the floors because this dumbass wants to put his hands on the child. And he's like, yo, that was terrifying. And then he takes a look at Shin and is like, I want to kill you too. I don't know why, but I really want to kill you as well. And Shin is like, yo, that ain't got shit to do with me. Why is the first thought you think of is murdering me? I didn't even do anything, man. Relax. As you can see, these two are going to be the bestest of friends. The long as nobody fucks with Sakamoto's family, they're all good. Everybody's welcome in this store. Buy what you need, get what you want, and leave and pay us. Simple, easy. These two spend their lunch break at the convenience store, and Shin is glazing Sakamoto like, yo, tell me you not actually about to leave all this behind, man. And look at you, you gotten fat, man. Come on, you used to have some six-pack abs. You could bench like 750. Don't tell me you actually giving it all behind. Sakamoto, without a word, is just like, I don't give a fuck about none of that no more, kid. Look, this is my life now, and I'm not leaving. I'm sorry. I'm glad you came through, bro, but, yeah, wife and kid need me more than y'all, so it is what it is. And as they're talking, a few townsfolk come through on a day-to-day process asking Sakamoto for his, technique and his skills, but you wouldn't think it was to just, kill someone or just to, get someone to disappear randomly. No, it's for more common everyday things like mowing the lawn or, cutting some bushes, making sure a cat gets out of a tree or finding a lost dog or some shit like that. And Shin is flabbergasted. He's like, are you joking? So you're just the fucking handyman all around this town now? You just do whatever odd random jobs that come by just to be a good person? Nah, there's something more to this. You gotta be lying to these people or some shit. I know you more evil than that, Sakamoto. Come on now. And turns out, nope, it's really like that. He's just trying to be a good person nowadays. And he's like, it's nice to drop some bodies, but you know what else is awesome? Helping out people that care about you. Shin is like, you gotta be joking. There's no fucking way. But not gonna cap with you, that's kind of fucking awesome. I never knew we could do this with our skills. Now, after seeing how much Sakamoto has turned his life around for the better, Shin is just still glazing at this point. That man got in his car and started just reminiscing about the good old days and thinking, man, he must be a fat tub of lard, but he's so fucking cool, man. I want to be just like him. I want to get a wife and some children and be a nice person to people instead of killing everybody. And bro, some random pedestrian see this and a mom and son is like, yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. This man is on some weird shit in that car. As that happens and he calms himself down, he gets a call from his associates. The gang hit him up and is like, yo, so did you do what we asked of you? Did you recon and see what this is about? And he's like, yeah, like, I checked him out, boss, but do you guys really think it's worth trying to take him out? He seems to be perfectly fine nowadays. And he's like, listen, kid, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Your job is to go recon and make sure he is not a threat. And since he left the gang, you know what happens when people leave the gang without our permission. They have to die. So get this job done or we are going to whoop your ass and we're going to do a lot way worse than what you think, okay? And Shin is already annoyed. He's like, all right, man, fuck you, get off my dick. Being as he is tasked with trying to take out Sakamoto, he doesn't really want to do it, but he's a part of that gang life, so if he doesn't do what he says, shit's gonna get real sticky. And I'm not talking Tyler the Creator here, man. After mulling it over for a few nights, he decides, damn, I guess I'm gonna have to be the one that tries to challenge Sakamoto. He can't be that tough. I got this. Boy, does he do not have this at all. That man does not know what he is in store for. Again, Sakamoto might have put down the straps, but he can still throw them bitches. His hands are still deadly weapons. His entire body is an arsenal of just violence. That's how you say it. Just an arsenal of violence. Now, the next day comes by and Shin comes in very casual, not even looking at Sakamoto, but trying to be all calm and calculating, like, alrighty, well, this is gonna have to do. As he tries to small talk Sakamoto. He pulls out a Glock with a silencer on it and fires that shit right at Sakamoto. Sakamoto, being unfazed, eating a gumball, just spits a goddamn piece of candy at that bullet and it deflects, bouncing off the counter and hitting a bag of chips. Like, I don't know why Shin thought it would be a good idea to just walk through the front door and up a strap on him in his face like that was gonna do something. Your previous work employee is still a grade A assassin. You thought a pistol and a silencer was going to do the job? This man is stupid. How the fuck can you read minds and you have no fucking common sense? And out of nowhere, a fucking popsicle comes flying at his direction at Mach speed, hitting the glass, and Shin, being Shin, hits some Call of Duty shit, slides behind a cover, making sure his weapon is ready, and is like, ah, fuck, I did not know he was still about this life. That was so fast. What the fuck am I gonna do now? Sakamoto comes out of nowhere with a bag of cream puffs and smacks this nigga in the face, sending him off balance, which I'm still flabbergasted. You're not even getting hit with hands. This man is throwing bags of chips and candy at you. How the fuck you get smacked with some Jolly Ranchers and already are fumbling? Bro, this man is on your ass. Fight back, Shin, fight back. And how the fuck do you emit such velocity with a piece of candy? This nigga is throwing science out the fucking window. After avoiding that onslaught of an attack, Sakamoto hops the counter, spins back, and drop kicks this man across the aisle. From the front door to the back of the fucking store. This man is sent flying, and that's that. That man got knocked unconscious, like, thinking, why did I even try this, man? On a day like today, why did I even try it? I'm gonna die. He's gonna fucking kill me. This is how I go out in a fucking convenience store.